All right, yeah. So this is a continuation of the imbalance in relationships, so power dynamic. Okay. So as the other recording stated before it ended, the right people don't need to be convinced. They do not need to be convinced of what your boundaries are or how you need to show up. If someone gossips, mocks, or resents you for choosing your peace, that's a reflection of who they are. It's not a reflection of who you are. The people who truly loves you, the people who truly love you will respect your boundaries even when they don't fully understand it, and they will create space to understand that space for you and to also understand how to show up and vice versa, right? In that space for each other. So a quick reminder is that you're allowed you're allowed to outgrow in relationships, and you shouldn't have to feel guilty or make anyone make you feel guilty about that. You are allowed to prioritize yourself and let go of people who don't clap for you when you win. And this can be somebody that you sleep next to every night. If they're not prioritizing your win, baby, you will know. Okay. And there's also importance to just let go of people who don't clap for you, but it's also important to, it's okay to disappoint others, to stay true to yourself. Because if you are always staying true to people who don't even consider what your needs and wants are, you're disappointing yourself. Okay. So remember some of the things that we can say to ourselves when it comes to, positive affirmation to continue, being able to value and see your worth. Things of, when it comes to peace and boundaries, being able to tell yourself, protecting my peace is not up for debate. It is not a debatable situation. I do not shrink to make other or keep other people comfortable. You shouldn't have to in healthy spaces. My boundaries are acts of self-love. How you treat yourself, I often say, is how other people are going to treat you as well, right? Silence is a strength, not weakness. A lot of times people who you hear when issues breaks or when things happen, that's a sign of weakness, because they have not done that internal work where they need to always have to keep chatting to seek that external validation from other people. They need all these individuals to be on their side. But being able to move in silence and understanding your healing in that space, it is, oh my God, it is such a strength, and it's such a beautiful space to be in. I release what does not belong to me. That's very important. A lot of times we tend to carry a lot of things that do not belong to us out of love, or what we assume is love, even though that may be unhealthy love, right? So being able to release what does not belongs to you. Other positive affirmations that we can say to ourselves when it involves strength and clarity. You can say, I choose peace over proving myself to people and to the world, right? What others think is none of my business. I love that. What you think about me, baby? It ain't none of my business. So you had a reason why you formulate your opinion, and keep formulating, baby, because guess what? That means I'm doing something real good around here, and I'm gonna keep doing it too. So what you feel about me? None of our beeswax. I do not chase. I attract what is in line. What is in alignment with me? That's important. I stand firm, even when misunderstood. Because remember, you're going to be misunderstood by people who do not want to understand you anyway. There are just people in this world who, no matter what you do, it is their sole responsibility to misunderstand you. And baby, if you're trying to chase, I'm gonna sip to that. Mm-mm. If you're trying to chase humans or people to try to understand you, you will lose yourself. You will lose your soul. And that's too wordy for me to lose. I stand firm even when misunderstood. I honor my voice even if it shakes. Sometimes when you're building that confidence, your people who tends to manipulate that space may try to push him and cross those boundaries. And even sometimes if your voice shakes, keep going, keep setting your boundaries, be consistent, because it's still strength and it matters. Because As time goes on, you will start seeing that confidence grow where that voice is no longer shaking because you can stand firm in what you believe is true. It's important to not always let people define what truth is in life for you, but understanding what it is and what you also bring to the table, baby, because you are bad. You are bad. Whether you're a man, woman, transgender, bi, not bi, baby, you bad. And you are all of that in a bag of chips, okay? And let nobody tell you you ain't. Because how you feel about yourself is the most significant, not what other people think. Self worth and confidence. I am enough exactly as I am. Ooh, I say when God created the render, baby, He put in some work on this beauty, not just external. I'm not worrying about this. I'm talking about internal. That's what matters to me. This beautiful heart. And guess what, baby? I'm gonna do whatever it is to protect it because nobody can break it and cause me to lose it because I have so much love to give. And I'm gonna give it in the right spaces, not in those toxic spaces anymore. Mwah. My worth is not up for negotiation, boo. I am not responsible for others' reaction. How you react to my boundaries is a projection of how you feel inside. Ooh, I choose myself without guilt. I walk away in love, not in anger. And that is very important, right? A lot of times when we're also going through changes, we assume that, when someone doesn't show up for us, we also have to get in that space of anger, of revenge, of matching energy, and all of those things. Whew, baby, I'll tell you what, that's too much. I choose peace because I can walk away in peace and still maintain everything that I walked into that relationship with, because I have to be able to save me so that I don't take that abuse me into another relationship that can impact a good soul that is willing to give me what I need, because that person deserves good and I'm bringing good to that table. Okay, so you have to be able to learn how to protect yourself so that you don't become damaged by someone else's unhealed situation and you ended up showing up unhealed the rest of your life. You don't deserve that, my love. You deserve better. So do the work. Do the work internally, not just externally. Do the work internally because it matters. Oh my goodness. So, with all that said, check out episode 1, which is about 60 minutes, and then it kind of dive into this one, which is about a few more minutes. But like I said, happy Father's Day to all of those beautiful men out there who shows up each and every day, even if you're not the father yet, but you shows up as a mentor, as a leader, as consistently now, not backing up when the job get hard, but you can still complain when it's hard. Talk about it because you're human. But showing up consistently because it matters to our children. We shouldn't just be showing up when things are good and when the kids' behavior is great. We should show up even when we don't have the answer. So cheers to all of my fathers out there, the ones who shows up. Cheers to my father. But most importantly, cheers to my God, because I know there's always consistency there. He is showing up as my mom. He's showing up as my father. He's showing up as my friend. He's showing up as my confidant. Oh, I love him. But you know what? He loved me first. So happy Father's Day to you all. And always, thank you for showing up in this space of the human narratives. Much love and respect always. Remember who you are, because if you don't, the world will define you in any way. And you deserve better than that. You have a purpose to live. Show the world what your purpose is, because that's God's will. Much love.